Mabuhay pageant fans, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Hey Adam G. And so I am ready to reveal my top 22 picks during the recently concluded press presentation of the Miss Universe Philippines pageant this year. It took place in the Grand Ballroom of the Hilton Hotel in Pasay City, and I must say, all of the 55 contestants truly rose to the occasion. Now, this press presentation over the years has served as an important event for both fans and media alike to start picking their favorites, as it will be the first time for all of us, both media and the pageant fans, to see all the girls in one public setting. And for me, I finally got the chance to see all of them in person, and I must say, talagang bardagulan talaga sila this year. And so, I can't wait to share you all my thoughts about my top picks, so here they are. At number 22 is Chelsea Manalo from Bulacan. God knows how long I've waited for this girl to come back in pageantry. And I am so surprised that she decided to join the Bardagulan this year. Yung masakit na ngayong ulo natin with this high caliber of contestants this year. Tapos tinadagan pa niya. So, I couldn't really wait for myself to finally see her again in person. So when she finally came out on stage, I was truly mesmerized by her beauty again. However, that was only short-lived, as I feel her styling for this event weighed down her impact on stage. I feel she looked quite heavy in this outfit, especially on the waist area because of that pleated embellishment and that color or that sculptural design in the middle of her dress. And the color of her dress, while it looks good on her skin tone, was also the same color of the two of the front runners that was used for the occasion. So I wish she could have sported an outfit which could have accentuated her modeless figure. But anyway, I still love Chelsea, and I know she would wow me again in her next outings. And next on my list here is Elaine Bernales from Albay. She is really beautiful, and I'm really amazed at how Albay's Elaine Bernales looks so good in person and in motion. Like, she reminds me of a mix of Janice Lubina and Christina Gonzalez. And what I love about her in this performance is how elegant she is when she walks. That straight hair and even her Filipiniana-inspired outfit really complemented to how she carried herself. Now, she was really stunning all throughout, and although she tripped a bit after she posed in the middle, it still did not diminish her impact. So, I definitely love her. And for someone who is the first girl to come out, it's definitely tough, but she held her own and walked confidently. So, well done. And next on my list here is Engineer Angel Rose Tambal from Leyte. This lady is one of the biggest surprises of the night. I don't know if it was her styling and sweet demeanor that really captivated all of us. Maybe it's her naturality and simplicity which made her stand out. The dress, as you can see, is a very cute yellow one with a ribbon on her hair. And I love how she played true to herself when she walked down the stage. Now, she is very charming in her own right as you watch her closely on stage. Her smile, her youthful vibe, I really think she did not pretend that she was acting like a diva on stage, and she just simply acted her age. It was just refreshing to see her on stage. She really stood out in a different kind of way. And next on my list here is Cabanatuan's Daniela Villar. She is another newbie who caught my attention here in Miss Universe Philippines. But sorry, I can't help but notice that she reminds me of Pia Wurtzbach the moment she stepped out in this stunning Grecian outfit made by Ernjan de la Serna. Now, she just looks so effortless in her moves on stage. The smile, the walk, and even the high pony made her look more imposing on stage. So she really created an impact to the audience, and I am really mesmerized. Nung sashing ceremony pa lang nila sa Aces, napapansin ko na siya na angat siya in her own right. Ngayon pa, given the right styling, mas lalo pa siyang umangat. And now we go to my 18th spot, and I'm giving it to Zambales and Anita Rose Gomez. Oh, I just love this newly reinvented Anita in Miss Universe Philippines this year. She is repackaging her sexiness into more sophistication and classiness, which is a world away from her previous outings, na bumabagay talaga sa kanya, like how she wore this beautiful silver asymmetrical dress, na suddenly I no longer see her as one sexy woman, but a woman with class and poise brought by that beautiful smiling face. Na nakita mo na she is having a great reinvention here in MUP, na hindi lang tayo fixated sa bewang niya, and Anita so far has been given a new lease of life when it comes to her styling, na more sweetness, softness in terms of makeup, and I like it. Now, the only thing I don't like about her performance is the color of her shoes here. I wish it was silver to match her outfit that night. And now we go to my 17th spot, and I'm giving it to Palawan's Raven Doctor. This lady truly nailed her press presentation performance, and I'm not surprised because I have seen this girl stun me in Miss Rotary before, and she did it again in Miss Universe Philippines this time around, if not way better. Kasi kung napansin niyo yung performance niya, she really reminds you of Ariela Arida in her Miss Universe competition in that straight hairstyle and ball gown. So it is in this case that I feel that Raven could have switched to a better gown, as this mermaid gown is a bit dated on her part. Nevertheless, she still held her own, and I'm glad that she served during the all-important occasion. And now we go to my 16th spot, and I'm giving it to the Filipino community of United Kingdom's Christina Chu. I have been hearing a lot of nice things about this girl since her announcement as MUPH UK, and I must say, I am so pleased with what I saw during the press presentation, because she just looks so beautiful and youthful with her styling in this purple British-inspired royalty dress, which made her look all the more a standout on stage. And given her background, she could have gone all-out sexy, but she chose to play it different this time. I think she was intentional in this styling because it offsets or kind of balances her quite strong look, and I get that. And even that hairstyle was geared towards that, to make her look younger, and it worked, I noticed. So this is where her being a pageant veteran is serving. She knows how to please to our aesthetic, just serving the right amount of sexiness and sweetness on stage. Pinag-aralan. And now we go to my 15th spot, and I'm giving it to, no surprise, Laguna's Alexandra May Roxas. Who knew this girl would still be up for Miss Universe Philippines? I thought she is already content with her being a national director of a pageant system after successfully winning an international pageant recently, but turns out she still wants to give it one more try. So she adds more luster to this year's batch of MUP with a striking Filipina beauty enhanced by her beautiful morena skin. So I'm just so happy to see her back in action again through this pageant. So way to go, Laguna. And now we go to my 14th spot, and I'm giving it to Pasig Selena Antonio Reyes. I am just so proud of this lady because she really gets to live her dream of becoming a Miss Universe contestant at the age of 37. Selena definitely looks so smashing for her age, and I love how she is killing it at the moment. Na dinadaan lang niya talaga tayo dito sa ganda ng mukha niya and styling. And I notice, as I watch her closely, she really has good facial bone structure, and probably is at her best fitness level ever. And even her styling here is worth noticing. She was wearing happy colors here, napansin nyo, yellow and green. Probably her happiness of being given another shot in chasing her dream at the age of 37. But what amazes me in this performance is that she played it so low-key. Given that she has the face and the banging body, she wasn't too hot to trot on stage. Na she just radiated with her beauty. Na fresh-freshan lang ang peg. So I like that. And now we go to my 13th spot, and I'm giving it to Angeles City's Joan Marie Thornley. Ang ganda rin talaga ng babaeng ito. May kamukha siyang artista or beauty queen na hindi ko na matandaan because of that face. Ang serene and captivating niya. She just flashed that beautiful smile to the audience, which really stunned me. And as a result of that beautiful smile, she was so beautiful to watch, along with that hair on one side. Now, she just truly captivated me, and it felt like I was watching her walk in a beautiful orange evening gown made by Marachua pala. So she was just floating in the air, and I'm glad that she wore this dress that is so sexy but still enough for us to look at her face from time to time. I'm definitely intrigued. I want to get to know her more. I am smitten. I am charmed. I want to interview her. And now, let's talk about another lass from Laguna. She comes from San Pablo City, and her name is Eunice Deza. There are just so many girls who really stood out in the competition, and one of them is Eunice from San Pablo City. This girl is so pretty in displaying that true Filipina beauty with that winsome smile and beautiful skin tone, and it probably helped that she was wearing a pink long gown to really highlight her beauty. She just looks so soft and ethereal in her performance here, and knows her fashion too. That silver pair of heels really complemented the color of her gown. So she is an example of a candidate who doesn't really try hard to impress too much, but just gives us the right amount of glam and freshness for an event like this. Yung hindi gigil na gigil magpapansin, freshan lang din uli ang peg. So bet na bet ko yung mga ganyang aurahan. So well done, Miss San Pablo City. And now we go to my 11th spot, and I'm giving it to the Filipino community of Australia's Kimberly Street. Oh wow, I did not expect this to be stunned by this lady from the Filipino community of Australia at all. She is really the biggest surprise of the night. Like, the moment she came out, she already possessed that strong stage presence with that lovely smile, incredible body posture, and stage presence. Ang tangkad niya pala sa personal, and she reminds me of Rachel Peters in another Phil-Am queen who competed back in Miss World Philippines 2015. Is her name Loreno Johnson? Ang lakas niya talaga for a newbie. And granted, she's not the most facially beautiful in the batch. She really more than makes it up with her showmanship. Ang ganda-ganda talaga ng tindig niya. Tindig beauty queen talaga. Mama Shandy and Rick Sotelo, you really did a great job in training this girl. So I am keeping an eye on her from now on. Watch out. And now we finally go to my top 10. And number 10 on my list here is Loreno Jimba from Quezon City. I have loved this lady since her crowning moment during her nationals, and I love how she is embracing her own uniqueness in this competition as one of the 4 contestants of Afro and Filipina descent in this competition. And I love how she styled her Afro hair here, na truly confident of her roots. The white sexy outfit also definitely complemented her skin tone. However, I feel for someone whom I was expecting more, I feel Reay gave a very safe performance here. I was anticipating a more modest walk given her background as a killer walker on stage. Na suddenly, I felt she suddenly got so shy, which is so far away from her engaging personality. There was some sort of a disconnect with her this time, and that's what I felt. I don't know if she was overthinking here, but it wasn't the Loreno Jimba on stage that I was expecting to see. So maybe perhaps on her next occasion, maybe she could stop probably overthinking. And now we go to my 9th spot, and I'm giving it to Cebu's Christina Johansson. Oh, what a joy to see her come back in pageantry after a decade, and I almost forgot how beautiful this lady is. The thing about Chris is that she can never go wrong with her face all the time, because that face is so commercial. However, I would love for her talaga to amp up her energy and kill it. And it also didn't help that her styling during the press presentation was something that we have seen a decade ago, and I would love for her to explore more in terms of styling and gown choices, gown design and colors as well. Because she definitely has the face, and if she can explore more styling options to showcase her elegance and enhance her queenly aura, then she could create more impact in the competition. And now we go to my 8th spot, and I'm giving it to Kainta Stacy Gabriel. Oh, Stacy, my love, you know how I have so much expectations of her for this given event, given how she wowed us during her sashing ceremony 2 weeks ago. So I was really excited about her outfit for this one. And then when she finally came out, she looked so stunning in it. That long sleeve dress made her look so tall and classy. It's a clean and classy look. However, I feel the dress at the same time did not make her a standout in the competition because of its muted color. And I also feel this long sleeve dress also kind of dampened the fierceness and sexiness of her walk. And I noticed, kasi as she was doing her slow-mo catwalk at the start, the dress just did not go at par with her performance. Hence, I can describe it as a muted or probably safe performance. But thank God for those facial expressions in the end, which I still think it needs quite a bit of an improvement. But nevertheless, Stacy held her own against her fellow frontrunners for the crown this year. And now we go to my 7th spot, and we're giving it to, no surprise, Cyril Payumo from Pampanga. I am so glad, I'm also glad that this lady is back to redeem herself in the pageant scene, and looks like Cyril will be quite successful or very successful this time around. Mas aura niya talagang Miss Universe with her commanding walk and styling as she looks more polished now. Ang lakas-lakas talaga ng impact niya during the press presentation, and it's really a crime not to put her in this list. The turns, the facial expressions, the styling, everything just work cohesively for a strong showing. However, is it just me? But I would love for her to smile more, to appear more relatable. Because I notice she is too fierce with her turns and very stringent with her smile at the same time. So hope she can incorporate her smile when doing her catwalk. And now we go to my 6th spot, and I'm giving it to Kayla Carter from Northern California. Oh my gosh, guys, I just can't stop fanboying with this girl. Grabe, the face of this girl and even her aura are surely enough to get her notice. I know she is already 27, but she still manages to look so fresh, and I don't get it. It's either she really knows how to take care of herself or she just really knows her styling game. And I'm really in love with this girl. However, much as I am raving about her beauty, I can't deny the fact that she still needs to improve her pasarela. Initially, I put her in my 5th position, but after watching my footages and realizing she still needs a lot of work with her pasarela, I feel the 6th place is enough to make her do better in the next set of activities for this pageant. And now we go to my top 5, and number 5 on my list is, I'm so happy to put her in this spot, Victoria Velasquez Vincent from Bacoor City, Cavite. One of those reasons why I want to do this vlog is because of her. And I'm just so happy to put Victoria in this list because she really deserves this position. The improvement in styling was very evident in Victoria's performance during the press presentation last Sunday, and I can attribute that to how good her new management team, Origin Management, in handling her in terms of styling. Na she liit, kung napansin nyo, na she is less mataray na with her look in this outing this time around. Na she just also looks so fresh with this pink asymmetrical dress with ruffles, with a hairstyle pulled back by a ponytail. And she is just smiling more this time around to really soften her sharp facial features as she does her smiles. So she is really doing her homework well. She knows that we will be nitpicking her look. So this is really a well thought out outfit. I really love the overall look and projection that she did here. The dress really highlighted how statuesque she is on stage. And those legs are to die for. And I'm really impressed. And since her reintroduction here in Miss Universe Philippines, I have been so worried that she might not be able to keep up with her fellow frontrunners. But I am glad that she is slaying it as early as now. So I'm just happy to put her here in my top 5. VVV is really starting her Miss Universe Philippines 2024 journey on a high note. And now we go to my 4th spot, and I'm giving it to Tara Valencia from Baguio. Damn, this girl! I never thought how this girl could generate so much impact in person and on stage. And prior to the press presentation, I admit, I have been wanting to see this girl because I know this girl would surely be noticed because of her natural beauty. But I did not expect that she could impact everyone with her beauty and strong stage presence in person. Na talagang lumalati na talaga ang beauty niya na hindi ko talaga ma-explain. Like, I could really liken her beauty to Miss Dominican Republic, Andrea Martinez. That's how strong she was on stage. Whoever styled her in this simple white outfit should really be commended because she truly radiated in her simplicity while just making her face talk the whole time she was there on stage. These, plus her smiles and aura, were really a sight to behold. She was a baby Latina Barbie frontrunner slayer during this event. Wow, those were five adjectives that I just described about her. That's how strong she is. So well done, Tara. I can't wait for how you will top this performance in your next outing. And now we go to my top 3, and number 3 on my list here is Christina McGary from Taguig. No doubt, this girl is really in it to win it, and as expected, she truly delivered during the press presentation with those 2 outfits. The moment she came out in this gold Mark Baumgartner number during the red carpet arrival segment of the event, I thought she really looked divine in that gold gown with a huge bow in front, which all the more made her look like royalty. And then she switched it up to a short red dress for the performance on stage afterwards. However, am I the only one in minority who feels that she did not need to switch to the red dress just because I thought she already killed it in her earlier ensemble? But I do get why she changed the outfit, whether it's for strategy or so she can cleverly show her mile-long legs in the competition. And I get that. Maybe it's just that the color of her dress which kinda aged her, but that's just me. So I wish she switched to a more eye-popping color. And is it just me that her double turns in the middle of her poses were a bit awkward? So it's just weird saying this to her right now because she is Christina McGary. But nevertheless, she's still up there. So I'm just hoping for a more cohesive performance from Christina McGary in her next outing. And now we go to my runner-up of this list, and I'm giving it to Atisa Manalo from Quezon Province. This girl is really living up to the hype of everyone, and I am so glad that she is really killing it. There is no doubt she really killed it in this round. Atisa looks so much different now, as if there is no more trace of the sweet Atisa in Miss International 6 years ago. She looks completely different now. Very fierce and sexy in that Chita Rivera outfit, and my gosh, she really has so much confidence in pulling that outfit. Ang sexy, considering that when we think of Atisa, it's always about bubblegum sweetness and wholesomeness. But in her performance here, she finally turned it around, turned 180 degrees to someone so sexy and daring in order to satisfy the Miss Universe prototype that Kun An seems to want for its winner, na sexy and rampadora, and Atisa was every inch of those 2 adjectives. And then when she walked, as she looked straight to us, wow, ang galing ng pasarela niya. It was very fierce. It was very commanding. It was sharp. It was very sharp, and it pierced me. Like, who is this Atisa now that we are seeing? And then notice nyo, she even dyed her hair black, and then even her tan is just the exact amount of tan that we want for her, na talagang alam mong halatang pinag-aralan niya talaga yun ng kanyang team, that what they are signing up for right now. So I have nothing more to say, but she was just simply the best of the night. And finally, we go to my number 1 pick overall, and I'm giving it to Alexi Brooks from Iloilo City. If there is one lady who made me go, ooh, wow, the moment she came out on stage, it's this girl. The stage presence that she generated all throughout the show left me starstruck the whole event. Maybe she looks different for a Filipina, and maybe it helped that I haven't had seen her in person since before Sunday. So all the more talaga na starstruck ako. ng kanyang beauty and her presence. And I have to be honest with you, talaga, sa kanya talaga ako napawaw. And this wow is enough for me to put her in my #1 spot, despite the many things that she still has to work on. So she just commands so much attention on stage. Now, having said that, I really think Alexi needs to refine some of her moves and styling on stage. She's still a newbie, so there were parts in her performance that still needs improvement, like her facial transitions and poses. It feels her moves are very calculated based on her tentative looks on stage. And I also would like to ask about her styling choices, especially for this event. That this violet slit gown did not complement her presentation. The scarf, for one, made her look 90s dated, and that slit was a head scratcher because it was contrary to the androgynous and edgy vibe that she has been going for in terms of looks. So instead of that high slit, I feel she and her team could have paired it probably with leather pants or wide leg pants for a stronger look. So I'm really confused. And it also didn't help that her outfit here was very similar to her crowning moment in her nationals. So in terms of style, nothing surprised me anymore. And I think as a fan, I cannot be comforted by the fact that Alexi could pull off anything just because of her unique look and strong stage presence. Now, she still has to deliver in all aspects. Remember in my previous vlog, I mentioned how she should try out solid colors for a change to complement her edgy vibe. But despite my misgivings about her styling during the press presentation, the reason I am also putting her in my #1 spot is her very kind and humble demeanor. She got swarmed by the press afterwards, and she looked so unassuming all throughout. I feel she got that Bea vibe in terms of stage presence and humility, and she did not try too hard to impress us. She was very authentic. So there you go, guys. What do you think about my list? Does it match yours? Do you agree with my top picks for this event? Sa totoo lang, guys, if you notice in some of my commentaries here, I never focus on the winnability of each girl in relation to the MUP crown or the Miss Universe crown. I just shared with you my first impressions about them in terms of their catwalk, styling, and impact. Kasi ang peg ko talaga for a girl to shine in the press presentation is how she isn't too gigil to win the crown. Na fresh-freshan lang talaga ang peg and not trying too hard to please us as early as now. Maybe in their later activities or rounds, I can finally do that. But for now, it's the girl who registered the strongest to me at the moment when they all came out on stage. So it was Alexi, followed by Atisa, Christy, Tara, VVV, and Kayla. And right now, sa totoo lang guys, aminin ko sa inyo, my top 5 is really getting crowded na. I have 10 girls running for my top 5 picks at the moment. And it's so hard to trim them down at the moment. So that's just how competitive this batch is this year.